Brianna Hines.
I'll do the scorebook just the first time through or so, and then I'll hand it off to you if you want.
Whatever you want me to do.
Cool.
Clapper.
I'd say you call balls and strike, kind of pay attention to the count and that kind of stuff. And I'll just fill in some other stuff. But don't feel like you're ever stepping on my toes, dude. Just jump in there.
Batting fifth and playing third base, number 25, Kyra Wilson. Batting sixth and playing right or left field is number 2, Jenna Breedlove. Batting eighth as a designated player, number 7, Cammie Clapper. She'll be batting for the right fielder and flex player, number 5, Michaela Morgan. And batting ninth and playing second base is number 4, Mason Bauer.
So that flex, if they decide not for her not to.
So welcome to RTC TV4. We're getting ready for a Winamac Frontier matchup. We were just talking, my partner and I, Aaron Campbell, were talking about the flex player. Do you have, so?
Yeah, I was just, whenever I was looking at that's a new thing for me. So they can bat for the fielder, but then if they want that fielder to bat, the fielder can bat too, and the flex can kind of come and go as the coach pleases. So.
Yep, that's the way I understand it. Yep. So Frontier just suffered a pretty tough loss against North Miami. North Miami played a fantastic game. Lackman had a great did a great job at the mound. So North Miami's record is going to improve to 14-5, and after that game, and Frontier is going to drop to 16-4. Now at the end of the game, Nankees came in to pitch. Towards the end of the game, really had a lot of speed. Tough loss for Clapper today, but Nankees comes into this game with a 2-1 record and 3.77 ERA. And the pitcher for Winamac is going to be Aubrey Gearhart for this matchup. And Aubrey's, let's see, what is Aubrey?
Kaya Campbell.
I don't have her stats correct on here, so I'm not going to share what Aubrey's stats are. And actually,
she's done pretty good.
She's done all right, yeah. Yep. She's not done too bad. So I think this is going to be an interesting matchup, Aaron. That wind's been blowing sometimes straight in from center field, sometimes from right to left, or kind of at an angle. It's kind of blowing mostly towards our face right now. But it's going to be an interesting game, I think. So I'd say Frontier's going to be hungry after that loss. I think they're pretty disappointed with that loss, and it'll be interesting to see how they respond.
Right. And it probably doesn't hurt much either to have a game in, so you're all loose and ready to go.
Well, there's that. We'll see how that first inning the tone sets. So let's jump over to a really quick advertisement, and then we should be ready for some ball.
All that smoke can only mean one thing. The Winamac Corner Deli is cooking up something delicious. Located in the Old Burger Dairy Store, the Winamac Corner Deli offers everything from daily lunch specials to full-service event catering. Stop in today to try one of our signature creations, like our amazing barbecue nachos or our tantalizing barbecue mac and cheese wrap. Every day is something new, yet familiar. Mouth-watering sandwiches and entrees for any occasion. The Winamac Corner Deli, smoking good food.
Welcome back to RTC TV4 as Winamac is warming up. Frontier will start with Brianna Hines, Peyton Clapper, and KC Clapper. So Winamac has a sophomore Gearhart pitching to a freshman Gearhart behind the plate. I think Winamac, I've really got to tell you, I've been excited about how this Winamac club has matured over the season, and it seems like they're starting to hit their stride. They're just hitting the ball really well right now, Aaron. So I think it's going to be a fun matchup. But this Frontier team is no slouch either.
Right.
They have a lot of pop in the lineup, and I think it's going to be a good matchup.
Aubrey starts out with 1 ball, a little bit low to get going. Ball 2.
Brianna Hines at bat. She's a center fielder for Frontier.
And she brought it to a 3-0 count.
That's not how she wants the first at bat to go if you're the pitcher here.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. Got the inside corner for a strike. Now, I think they'd all prefer to be playing in a little bit better weather conditions. First batter gets a walk.
Starts off the game with a base on balls. Bringing up the shortstop, number 16, P. Clapper.
And the first pitch gets fouled off to the right. She tried to bunt.
Peyton, the starting pitcher of the first game this morning in the North Miami Frontier matchup, she is starting at shortstop this game.
Big cut for strike 2. You know, that bunt, I don't think that could have been but about a centimeter off of her hands, and she got a really an inside pitch that she tried to put down and just kind of fouled it straight up over the back of her head. That pitch for a ball, so we got a 1-2 count. Oh. So she tried to bunt on 3rd strike, fouled it off.
1 foul on a 3rd strike. Batter is out. Bringing up the catcher, number 8, Casey Clapper.
Man, that wind just eats right through you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. Casey Clapper's behind the plate for Frontier. She's going to get way ahead of that pitch.
She took the first one high for a ball and then got ahead of that one for the strike, or sorry, for a foul ball. Counts 1-1. That pitch in up high for ball 2. Pretty good pitch, but a little bit low, so we're going to be 3-1 now.
I think Aubrey's sister behind the plate kind of held her glove there a little bit longer just to say, are you sure you want to call the uh-oh? That's it, hard to right field. It's going to be in the gap. She's going to at least get 2. The runner's going to turn 3rd, and she's going to score on an errant throw back in. So a stand-up double is going to get the first RBI of the game for Casey Clapper.
Clapper with the RBI double.
That one could have maybe been closer on a day where the wind wasn't blowing 100 miles an hour.
I think on a calm day, that was well out of here. That was well hit ball.
I got pretty much so much of the sweet spot on that bat that it didn't even hardly make a noise.
Yeah. Or it might be the wind that we couldn't hear the sound of the bat over.
The first pitch was taken for a ball, then that pitch hit left in the foul. So we're at a 1-1 count.
Nanke's muscled a home run into left field. Her first at bat in the first game today. She's going to get strike 2 on a changeup. But I'll tell you what, to hit a home run to left field in this, we were talking about that before the game. I mean, that's, you know, you got to hit that hard.
It better be a muscled up line drive for sure.
And pops out to the shortstop. Bringing up the 3rd baseman, number 25, Wilson.
That gives you any example of how hard the wind's blowing. Lexi got underneath that ball at shortstop and thought she was camped out and ended up catching it all the way over at 3rd base. Aubrey's first pitch is up high for a ball.
Yeah, that ball traveled up there, didn't it, Aaron?
Anything hit up in the air is probably gonna. You gotta just go ahead and guess it's gonna be about 15 feet in the other direction. Ooh, comebacker.
Hits her glove. Lexi Grove with a gun. She's going to throw the ball away, and that's going to score a run. So on the throwing error from Lexi, that second run's going to cross.
Wilson ends up being safe at first, bringing in a run. Now batting is the left fielder, number 2, Breedlove.
First pitch strike. You know, we've talked about how fundamentally sound that the kids got to be with the short base paths and all that other kind of stuff, but you still don't want to count Lexi out over there. If she bobbles the ball and takes the time to set her feet, she's got a strong enough arm to make up for that, but it looked like she might have rushed that one just a little bit.
I think she had a little bit more time than what she was thinking.
All right, well, that's third strike.
Breedlove goes down looking for the second out of the inning, bringing up the first base.
So after the top of the first, Frontier's going to get a crooked number up there with 2 before the side's retired. So we're going to jump over to a word from our sponsors. We got Winamac has Blake Bailey, Aubrey Gearhart, and Kelsey Crawford coming up. So we'll be right back.
All that smoke can only mean one thing. The Winamac Corner Deli is cooking up something delicious. Located in the Old Burger Dairy Store, the Winamac Corner Deli offers everything from daily lunch specials to full-service event catering. Stop in today to try one of our signature creations, like our amazing barbecue nachos or our tantalizing barbecue mac and cheese wrap. Every day is something new, yet familiar. Mouth-watering sandwiches and entrees for any occasion. The Winamac Corner Deli, smoking good food.
Welcome back to RTC TV4. This is Tim Gerhardt with my partner Aaron Campbell as we get ready for the bottom of the first inning where Frontier leads Winamac by a score of 2-0. So you really hate to give a 2 spot up in the top of the inning. You know, gosh, the Clapper hit the ball really hard to right center field in the gap for a double, and Wilson really had a hard shot back up the middle. Aubrey knocked it down with her glove, and then Lexi Grove, really that ball was hit so hard, had plenty of time, like you said, rushed to throw over to first, and just a little bit off the mark. So see if Winamac can answer here after giving up a pair.
Like you said at the beginning, Winamac's been hitting the ball pretty good, so I'm not too worried about a 2-0 deficit. Blake takes the first pitch for a strike. I try to make a slap attempt there for strike 2.
I think Blake Bailey just got the, this week she just got the Winamac's, that's going to be off the plate. She just got Winamac's stolen base record with her 24th stolen base this week.
Yeah, I believe that happened Thursday night in Carroll. Slaps one foul, counts 1 and 2.
Blake just a really fast kid, really wreaks havoc on the base paths, does a nice job in center field. She's made a couple diving catches this year.
Yeah, not taking anything away from any other kid, but I mean this kid here just 100% of the time. I mean, she makes me a nervous wreck watching her play basketball. I've seen her, and she swings at the third strike.
Bailey goes down swinging.
She's kind of like a wind-up toy
that
stays wound up.
But I've seen her dive into the bleachers, run through double doors and stuff, playing basketball. She's definitely not afraid to lay it out here on the softball field either. So
pitcher Aubrey Gearhart stands in. He's going to take first pitch strike.
So she's fun to watch play anything.
Yeah, yep. She's just a good kid. Nice kid.
Anything high up in the air is trouble. So Aubrey pops out to right field.
For an F9. Bringing up the first baseman, number 6, Crawford.
So the first baseman, Kelsey Crawford, comes up to bat. 2 outs. Takes the ball inside.
Kelsey really starting to see the ball and hit the ball well right now.
I missed last night's game because I was again coaching my son's 8U team, but I think if I heard correctly, she had a grand slam last night.
Yep. It was probably the hardest home run that I've seen her hit. She's hit a bunch of them. That's got a chance. That's out in left field. That wind's bringing it back in.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fly out to center field to retire the side.
Center field, 3 out.
So that's a pretty efficient inning for Nanke.
Coming up for the Falcons, Runyon.
So we'll have, when we come back for the top of the second, we'll have Runyon, Clapper, and Bauer for Frontier.
Summit Contractor Supply is the area's leading supplier of tools, parts, products, and services to commercial and industrial contractors throughout northern Indiana and southern Michigan. Offering Milwaukee Electric Tools, DeWalt Power Tools, Metabo Power Tools, and more, Summit has the blades, bits, fasteners, and anchors to get the job done right. Summit is also a factory-authorized service and repair center. Contact Summit for all of your contractor supply needs.
Welcome back to RTC TV4. This is Tim Gerhardt with my partner Aaron Campbell as we hang out on a 50-degree day up on a hill in Denver, Indiana at North Miami High School. Great looking facilities, great looking field, nice atmosphere. But man, up on this hill, that wind is cooking, Aaron. So that 50 degrees really feels a little bit closer to 40 degrees. And unfortunately, we left our Carhartts at home today.
I'm not real sure they do any good.
No, maybe not. So Taylor Runyon, the first base for Frontier, steps in to face the left-handed sophomore.
Frontier leading off the second inning is the first baseman, number 13, Runyon.
First pitch is low for a ball. I just looked up the weather. It says a 14-mile-per-hour wind. I don't think that's right. It sure feels a lot faster than that.
Yes, it does. Yep. I feel like if you flew a kite today, you might be flying with the kite.
All right.
It's a hard line drive to center field for a base hit. So Runyon gets aboard.
For the base hit to center field, bringing up the second baseman, number 4, Bauer.
So Cammie Clapper, the designated player, steps in. She's going to bunt. Ella's going to catch the ball and doubles her up at, no, he does not double her up at first base. That was a heads-up play by the freshman Ella Gearhart.
Sure, it was close.
Bringing up the designated player, number 7, C. Clapper.
So Bauer steps to the plate. Bauer, the second baseman for Frontier, takes first pitch ball. Take one off the fist. And the second baseman, Emily Roush, able to get the out over at first base for the second out of the inning.
Bringing up the top of the order, number 15, Hines.
Brianna Hines, the center fielder for Frontier, steps in. ball one.
Now, you've been raising pitchers ever since they could pretty much throw a ball. How?
Oh, that ball lands in the Bermuda Triangle out there. Looks like the run's going to score. And then Brianna gets hung out there at second base.
And she saw him.
Hines drives in a run.
Nobody was covering the bag whenever she took off for second base, but Blake was able to get there and won the race.
Get the second base with a 6-4
But before all that happened, I was curious of the fact of like how much effect a wind this strong would or could have on pitches.
Well, I'd say it actually benefits the pitcher in that you're going to be able to get more movement, because what causes the movement in a pitch is the seams and their resistance to the wind.
Right.
So that spin is going to catch a lot more on a strong wind like this. But so it could be helpful. But so after 1.5, it's 2-0 Frontier, and we'll be back right after this message.
This is Oldview. And this is Now You.
Clive wears his fire hat and coat in the wind.
Things change.
Welcome back to RTC TV 4. Lexi Grove for Winamac. The shortstop's going to step in. Face Nanke.
A little bit on the inside corner for a ball. Changed up some speeds there. That was a foul ball out of play behind us. That's a big cut, but swinging for strike 2 there. Counts 1 and 2. Staying alive with a foul ball off to the right there. Oh.
Nanke went fishing, and looks like the fish were biting just a little bit on that high pitch.
Yeah. Well, you know, we never like to see a kid go down watching a strike, so she battled that one off.
Absolutely. Yeah, be aggressive.
Foul tip into the catcher's glove for strike 3.
First out of the inning brings up the catcher, number 10, E. Gearhart.
That's going to be Nanke's second strikeout of the game so far, as Ella Gearhart, the catcher, steps in.
Takes the first pitch off the inside corner for a ball.
It's about the third time she started off the plate on the inside corner.
She took that second pitch out of play off to the right. You know, I think that's a good hard hit up the middle on the ground, and that's going to be the magic for the day. We need a whole lot more of that.
I like it. The magic of the day.
Those high fly balls are going to be tricky, but it looks like so far Frontier's been able to manage that. Emily Roush is up to bat now. She took swung at the first pitch for a strike. Swinging for strike 2. Ooh, that's a good stop by the catcher.
Clapper behind the plate.
Yeah, we'll hold off on what looked like to be a little bit of a rise ball there, so we got to count 2-2.
It's hard to hold off on that.
Oh, man, it looks like a good pitch.
So Emily starts off 0-2 and battles it back to a full count, so we got the payoff pitch coming up. Emily Roush, sophomore from Winamac, playing second base tonight for the Lady Warriors. Great at bat for Emily Roush.
Roush with the base on balls. There's the first and second, bringing up the right fielder, number 18, Collins.
Jada Collins playing right field for Winamac, the only senior of this young ball club from Winamac.
Last couple games when she's been seeing some pitching that wasn't quite so fast, she's been way out ahead of everything and hitting a lot of stuff foul at the left side. So now that she's facing a little bit of speed, maybe she'll be able to straighten it up a little bit.
Yep, she's due to have a day.
She's seeing a ball well. She puts the bat on it for sure. Swinging for strike 2. Chase the high one for strike 3.
Swinging for the second out of the inning. Bringing up the third baseman, number 22, Harry.
It's Nanke's second strikeout, or no, third strikeout of the game. Katie Perry, third baseman for Lady Warriors, sophomore at Winamac.
She's got a 1-1 count here.
And the third baseman takes a U5 for the third out of the inning.
Katie grounds out to a force out at third for the third out.
No runs on one hit.
So Winamac threatened a little bit with a
base.
base hit and a ball. We're going to leave 2 stranded
Top of the third.
after 2 complete.
Clapper, Casey Clapper, and Matt Keys.
So we're going to come back to start the top of the third. And we're going to have Peyton Clapper, KC Clapper, and the pitcher, Nanks, coming to bat. We'll be back.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back to RTC TV4. This is Tim Gerhardt with my partner, Aaron Campbell, hanging out at North Miami High School, where Frontier leads the Winamac Lady Warriors by a score of 3-0. Leading off this inning is going to be Peyton Clapper, who's playing shortstop this morning for Frontier. I guess it's not still this morning, right? It's 12:30, so it's this afternoon. It feels like morning because the sun is nowhere to be found.
Right. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could just hit one good string of warm weather.
Number 16, Clapper, leading off for the Falcons.
Clapper struck out her first time up. This ball hit to shallow left field. It's kind of a no man's land out there.
Clapper leads off the inning with a base hit.
Yeah, that was like just about a foot into the grass from
Casey Clapper.
shortstop, but again, Kaya and left, look on her face, the shot they had a beat on it. It just keeps carrying at that wind.
Yep. Yep, she couldn't have thrown that ball out there any better. So far, those little things like hitting the ball just into no man's land. Oh, man, foul ball left side. She hit that ball hard. Casey Clapper lines down the left field line. Yeah, those a lot of little things have to happen to win a ball game against a good team. And like balls dropping into the no man's land. Last inning, there was a ball hit to center field, just right inside the Bermuda Triangle out there. And
that's a foul ball back. We're looking at a 1-2 count.
Clapper hit the ball hard to right center field for a 2-bagger last inning and a couple RBIs. Emily Rouse just out of the reach of Emily. That's going to be a base hit for Clapper.
Casey Clapper with the base hit.
She's going
bringing up number 24.
Advance Peyton to second base. So runners at first and second with nobody out, and the dangerous Snakey at the plate flied out. Let's see, tries to slap the ball. Third baseman makes the play for Winamac. So that's going to be
pop up to the third baseman for the first out of the inning. Bringing up number 25, Wilson.
Be patient, Kai. Be patient.
Kyra Wilson, third baseman for Frontier, takes first pitch strike.
Looked like maybe a curveball that just caught the outside corner. It was a good pitch. She went there again, a little bit low.
When Aubrey is a lefty, when she can get a soft outside corner down, when the umpire will call that one up, those are her better days. So one out here in the top of the third with a 1-2 count.
Upstairs, we got 2-2 count. Hit back to the pitcher. She knocked it down nice. We got the lead runner at third.
Fielder's choice for a 1-5 putout for the second out of the inning. Bringing up number 2.
Looks like a little drop ball.
Breedlove.
Didn't drop and fall off the table, but it was good enough to get a ground ball to where they get the lead runner. I think that drop ball is going to be key today to keep the ball on the ground.
Yeah. Hard shot up the third baseline, foul.
Jenna Breedlove, the left fielder for Frontier, struck out her first time at bat. No, she did. Yeah, she did. She did strike out.
So we got 2 strikes here against Breedlove. Ball there for high and outside. That's a good pitch though with 2 strikes. Full count. Took that another foul ball at the third baseline. So we get round 2 on the payoff pitch here. No pitch there, timeout called by the umpire.
ground ball to second base, get the put out at first base. So after the first 2 runners aboard, the next 3 go down in order. So coming up next for Winamac, we have Kaya Campbell in the 9th spot, which is really, she's just another leadoff hitter. So we got Kaya Campbell, Blake Bailey, and Aubrey Gearhart coming up. And Aaron, that sounds like runs to me. So we'll be back right after a quick message.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Welcome back to RTC TV4. This is Tim Gearhart with my partner Aaron Campbell as Winamac comes up in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Winamac's still looking to get on the board here and get some action. They threatened a little bit last inning with a couple of base runners, but left them both stranded. Nanke really throwing the ball well. She's got a lot of pop on that glove. I hate to guess the speed of how fast she's throwing. I always get that wrong anyway, but she's bringing the ball pretty hard, and it seems like she's hitting her spots for the most part. She has 1, 2, 3 strikeouts and after 2 innings, and only 1 walk.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd is the left fielder, number 4, Campbell.
Kai Campbell, a freshman left fielder for the Winamac Lady Warriors, and my partner's daughter, oldest child. She's gonna bunt, that's gonna be foul. Sharply hit ground ball to second base. Second baseman's there to make the play at first.
Brings up number 2, Bailey.
Not sure about number 2, Bailey. She is number 2, isn't she? I have number 7 on mine. I don't know why that is. Center fielder for Winamac. Bailey looking to get something moving here for Winamac. Gonna take ball 1.
Ball 2.
I think it's kind of funny, you know, Blake slaps quite a bit. Now there's times where she swings away too, and she's got some pop when she swings away. And it's kind of funny. My dad's one of them, but there's a handful of dads in the stands that, man, they really just want to see Blake swing the bat. Doc Crawford's one of them, and they always say swing and hit it hard. And something about dads in baseball, they just don't get that slapping is part of the game quite as much. And I just think it's funny.
Bailey on with a walk.
Yeah, Bailey took that walk on 4 straight pitches.
I used to really want to see Aubrey become a slapper, and she pretty much resisted that. She said, "I want to be a power hitter, Dad." And so every time she'd hit a home run, she'd come back over to me and she'd say, "You still want me to be a slapper, Dad?" And I'd say, "Yes."
I remember hearing that conversation.
I'm sure you do. She hits the ball hard to right field. That's going to be a single. There might be a play at first. Aubrey's pretty quick on her feet, though.
Yeah, I think it was a game last year in Winamac. She hit a home run that went so high. I think it was almost about the treetops of the pine trees out in the right center field. And I remember that same conversation happening when she came back in. Kind of a how you like that, Dad.
Yeah, yep. She likes to say "told you so," that's for sure. So Kelsey Crawford, I don't know her the number of home runs she has, but man, she hit the ball really hard last night at against West Central. That's probably the hardest hit home run I've seen her hit. She's gonna get the ball. It's gonna be shallow left field for the out to shortstop.
P6 for Crawford, bringing up second out of the inning. Now batting number 15.
You know that grand slam she hit? I literally, that's probably the hardest hit softball I've seen in a high school game this year.
Yeah, I heard the cheers while I was over on the neighboring field with a pitching machine baseball game. I was fairly certain that those cheers were not for what was going on my field.
Ooh, that's a nasty looking changeup. That might be one of the, I haven't seen a lot of changeups from her yet. Gonna come back with a rise ball upstairs, right?
Yeah, that's a good 0-2 pitch right there for sure. She's thrown several of those that look like they're perfect letter high strikes, and then they just inch up on you.
Lexi Grove's going to go down for her second strikeout of the game, and that will end the inning. Winamac threatens. We got two aboard, and so Winamac still, they're not giving up. And let's see, who do we got coming up for Frontier? We got Runyon, Clapper, and Bauer that'll come up, and we'll be back.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
Welcome back to RTC TV4. This is Tim Gerhardt, my partner Aaron Campbell. So glad we were able to cover three games. We covered the first game, North Miami win over Frontier in the first game, Winamac versus Frontier on this one. And then after this game, we'll have North Miami and Winamac. And just some good softball today. Three really good teams, competitive programs, all three schools having a pretty good year. And I was just talking to my partner, Aaron, on break, and I talked about how much more positive I am when I'm behind the computer here and broadcasting these games. That's going to be a sharply hit ball to shortstop. Lexi Grove's going to make the play at first base for the out. So that's going to be one pitch, one out for the sophomore Aubrey Gearhart. But no, I think it's good for me to do this broadcast. So I really appreciate our Rochester Telephone Company, RTC TV4, because it helps me be a better person.
Yeah, we're definitely not as chirpy when we're doing this.
That's right.
We kind of catch a hard time from our wives every now and again when we're in the stands together about the Mr. Hyde halves of us, I guess. Whenever,
yes, that's right. That's right. Something about watching your daughter play softball, it's hard not to get emotionally involved. Absolutely. I don't know what it is.
I'm so competitive in nature anyway that it's...
Clapper out on a U3. Brings up number 4, Bauer.
So a softly hit ground ball to Kelsey Crawford at first for the unassisted out. So pretty efficient work so far this inning. About 3 or 4 pitches and 2 outs. It's going to be first pitch strike to Mason Bauer. Mason Bauer, the second baseman for Frontier. Come backer to the mound. Aubrey's going to take it over to first base to retire the side. So a very efficient inning for the sophomore. And Winamac holds Frontier to 3.
No one left on base. Coming up on the bottom of the 4th.
So we have the bottom of the 4th. We're going to have Ella Gearhart, Emily Roush, and Jada Collins. And if you're from Winamac, that sounds like runs.
Absolutely.
So we'll be back.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Find your go with Braun Ability, the world's most trusted name in mobility. Braun Ability is a proud supporter of the Winamac community, where we are working together for a more mobile world. Learn more online at braunability.com. Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been proudly serving the community since 1963. With 18 physicians and nurse practitioners, along with a friendly and knowledgeable staff, PMH is dedicated to providing quality care closer to home. More information online at pmhnet.com. Please support our local sponsors.
Welcome back to RTC TV4. This is Tim Gearhart, my partner Aaron Campbell. Ella Gearhart, the catcher, freshman catcher for Winamac, steps in. She had a base hit up the middle on her first at bat. Left stranded at second base. Let's see if she can get something started here in the bottom of the fourth. One thing's for sure, Aaron, it's really hard to win a softball game if you don't score any runs.
Absolutely.
In fact, I don't think it's possible. That's probably pretty smart. Take that change up. I mean, it looks like a cookie floating down the plate, but, you know, you're going to see another strike in this at bat.
Just barely foul at the first base line.
It's a game of inches, just like a couple of those little blue pits out in no man's land. You know, if that ball would have been fair, you know, 6-8 inches.
That's good. Let's see.
Hard hit ball by Ella Gearhart to right field. The leadoff batter aboard. Ella with her second hit of the game.
You haven't seen very often this season the right fielder trying to take advantage of that throw to first from right field, and it could probably be done a lot more often than people give it the credit for.
Yep. Looks like Sanders is going to pinch run for the catcher, Ella Gearhart, over at first base. No, you're right. You do see that from time to time. Emily Roush had a walk her last time up, so the first pitch to Emily Roush. Emily with a really good at bat her first time through. She was down 0-2 and ended up drawing a walk. That takes a lot of discipline.
For sure. First two were up high for balls, so we're looking at a 2-1 count now.
Sanders is going to be able to take second base on that ball that popped out of Clapper's glove.
I've been pretty impressed with this catcher. You're going to take advantage of that every time you get, because she's not going to give you too many opportunities.
No, she's not. She's a wall back there.
The runner right now is number 9, Havana Sanders.
Foul ball out of play off to the right.
And she takes second base.
So here's a full count again for Emily. And she takes a walk again.
So we got Sanders going to advance to third on a good block by Clapper to keep the ball in front of her, but able to advance. So we got runners in the corner. So there's trouble brewing here for Frontier in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, they've been threatening the last couple innings. Let's see if they can make some money on it now. Jada fouls the first ball back for a strike.
I like that. Make some money on it. I'm for it, Campbell. Almost clips her foot. Yes, it did. So that's going to load the bases. That ball nicked her foot just barely. So we got the bases jammed.
Collins was hit by a pitch, loading those bases. For number 22, Perry.
Looks like we're going to have a little conversation to talk about it. Winamac really threatening, so we got the bases loaded. We got Kate Perry and Kaya Campbell and Blake Bailey, the next three, but the tying run is at first base. think the second time through the lineup, the girls are feeling a little bit better against Nike. She's a hard-throwing right-hander, a good-looking pitcher. She's starting to mix speeds up pretty well, but they're just starting to get they're getting the timing down just a little bit here.
Yeah, she's starting to throw that changeup a little bit more too, and that's so far been a pretty wicked-looking pitch.
Yes, it has. It's like the outfield guarding the line in right field, but left field, that line's pretty open. If Kate can just knock one down the third baseline, that'd go for some extra bases, I think.
Takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a ball. Looks like she was listening to you.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah, if I remember right, Katie's last at bat, she kind of targeted that outside corner a little bit. If she could take that ball the other way, that'd be a real good thing.
Yeah, Katie hit that. Well, it was a changeup, wasn't it? She sat back on and just didn't get enough on it.
She's worked her way into a pretty favorable count here at 3-1.
Third baseman for Winamac. Going to take ball 4. That's a run for Winamac. So Winamac finally draws blood here in the bottom of the 4th.
Perry with an RBI walk. Brings up number 4, Campbell.
Bases loaded for the left fielding freshman, Kaya Campbell. Kaya putting together a really nice season for Winamac. Let's see, bottom of the 4th. Ooh, it's going to feel good to mark this run on there, Aaron.
Yep. So they're having a little bit of a conversation. I don't know.
Might be a pitching change
Yep,
here.
Pitching change.
Now, I spoke briefly to the Frontier coach before the first game this morning, and I asked for the lineup, and he said that he couldn't give it to me yet. He said he has 3 pitchers warming up, and he said they always decide right before the game. He's got 3 girls that split innings, and how nice is that to go deep and be able to say any given game you don't know who's going to be pitching. And
absolutely.
And so that's. You know, that's one thing Winamac's really been blessed with is having some depth at that position, which, you know, we all know that, gosh, to be a successful softball team, you got to have some pitching.
For sure. So this is number 16, Peyton Clapper, who's going to be our new pitcher.
Peyton Clapper started the first game and was actually relieved by Nanke in that first game against North Miami.
For the Falcons is number 16, P. Clapper.
Four's due for a good hit. Let's see one.
Kai grounded out to second, her first time up. All over it. Tell you what, one thing about Kaya, she is a tough out. She does not go down swinging very often. A late infield fly call.
Campbell pops out to the third baseman for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, she
kind
of started off her season when she, you know, made her way up to varsity, and she was on fire. She was hitting pretty heavy, and she still puts the bat on the ball pretty regular, but as of late, she just kind of has been hitting it right where they're at. She's due for a good hit here sometime soon.
Blake Bailey stands in. She's going to hit the ball to shortstop. They're going to go ahead and let the run score. So Emily Roush is going to score, and that's going to give the Lady Warriors another run.
Drives in a run with the play at first. Bringing up number 16, Gearhart.
Gearhart had a base hit her last at bat. She also flew out to right field.
That's a high fly ball out of play to the right.
Two outs for Winamac.
Well, if she could find the left center gap right now, that'd be pretty beneficial. Right fielder's still kind of hugging the line a little bit. Just gonna foul that strike off straight back behind us.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs at the bottom of the 4th inning.
Took that ball off the outside corner. Swings at strike 3.
Goes down,
so that'll retire the side for Winamac, but not before they scored 2 runs. So that's a good crooked number. So Winamac making some headway. So after 4 complete, Frontier leads the Winamac Lady Warriors by a score of 3-2. Coming up in the top of the 5th inning will be Mason Bauer, and then at the top of the order with Brianna Hines and Peyton Clapper. And after these messages, we'll be back.
All that smoke can only mean one thing. The Winamac Corner Deli is cooking up something delicious. Located in the old Burger Dairy store, the Winamac Corner Deli offers everything from daily lunch specials to full-service event catering. Stop in today to try one of our signature creations, like our amazing barbecue nachos or our tantalizing barbecue mac and cheese wrap. Every day is something new, yet familiar. Mouth-watering sandwiches and entrees for any occasion. The Winamac Corner Deli, smoking good food.
Welcome back to RTC TV4. This is Tim Garrett with my partner, Aaron Campbell. Aaron, I just watched that advertisement for the Corner Deli in Winamac. Man, if you haven't eaten there, you need to check that place out. But every time I run that ad, it seems like I'm hungry before I run it, and then I see that ad, and my stomach starts flexing, and that ain't good. Because that's some good food over there in Winamac.
It is without a doubt.
Top of the order, number 15, Hines.
You can order pretty much anything and everything they got available, and you're gonna be pleased.
So Hines steps in, center fielder for Frontier. First pitch is going to be low. Grounded third base. Katy Perry's going to make the throw with a great stretch by Kelsey Crawford for out number 1.
Hines hits into a 5-3 putout for the first out of the inning, bringing up number 16, E. Clapper.
She's about fully extended on that stretch, wasn't she?
Yeah. She didn't have much further to go, but I've seen her go farther.
Peyton Clapper's going to hit the ball to shortstop. Lexi Grove misfires over to first base. So that's going to be E6. Peyton Clapper gets on board with 1 out, and that'll bring up
number 8, Casey Clapper.
Casey Clapper come to the plate.
I'm watching this last 2 kids at bats. She's pretty impressed with this kid. She, you watch how, I mean, you know, a lot of times you get girls that are strong and tall and long like her. They try to.
Gets the leadoff runner, Emily Roush. That was a really good, well-executed play by Emily. Good fundamentals. She picked up, had a great turn to second base, and Lexi Grove was right where she's supposed to be.
But that Clapper girl, she stays so compact. That swing is just a really pretty swing.
Ella Gearhart with the scoop behind home plate. Pass for a wild pitch is going to advance Clapper to second base.
Clapper advances on a wild pitch.
So we got 2 balls and no strikes, 2 outs. nice stop.
Better put it in your pocket. Yep. Lexi did a good job just knocking that ball down and holding the runner at second base.
Henke reaching on a base hit, brings up number 25, Wilson.
She had to range pretty far to her right on that one.
Nanke's batting now. No, it's not Nanke's.
That is...
It's Wilson, isn't it? Nanke's just hit that ball.
This is Kyra Wilson.
Kyra Wilson. Okay. I think I messed up on the book. That is not uncommon. That's going to be a base hit right up the middle. Got Blake with a good arm, puts a throw on home plate, gets it put out at home with a fantastic throw. They must not have read the scouting report on Blake Bailey.
Not. You know, you pretty much know if somebody's going to be on third or rounding third on a play to center field. If it's anywhere remotely close to about halfway or shallow, she's going to get that throw out at home.
So Frontier threatens, but comes up scoreless. After this break, we'll come up with Kelsey Crawford, Lexi Grove, and Ella Gearhart, and that sounds like runs. We'll be back.
This is Old You. And this is Now You.
5 wears his fire hat and coat in the wind.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back to RTC TV4. This is Tim Gearhart with my partner, Aaron Absolutely Campbell. Now listen, I would never even notice that you said absolutely a lot. Now that's one of the words that I overuse a little bit myself. So
absolutely and outstanding, I think. Right?
Yeah, totally. So this is the 5th inning stretch. I didn't know there was a stretch in softball, but I like it. So Winamac down by 3-2. Kelsey Crawford could tie this up with one swing of the bat, Aaron.
Well, as a Cubs fan, I'm always willing to listen to take me out to the ball game for the stretch there.
There you go. It's going to be a ground ball down the third baseline. Fair, she's going to get the play at first with a great stretch at first base.
Long throw from the third baseman for a 5-3 putout, first out of the inning. Brings up number 15, Grove.
Lexi Grove steps in. She struck out her first 2 times at bat, so she's due here.
First pitch fouled out, a play to the right. Yeah, that was a pretty aggressive play by the third baseman. I think a lot of kids would have let that one go because that definitely would have went foul, I think, had she not picked it up.
I think you're right. It was right on the line, heading the other direction, wasn't it?
She was probably 3 or 4 feet in front of the bag and picked it up right on the line. That was tailing. A lot of kids probably would have let that one go. So it's a good aggressive play at third. Lexi takes that ball or that pitch for a ball, so we're 1-2 count. Ooh. That was a pretty good changeup, awfully close for a pitch to take with 2 strikes, but went in Lexi's favor.
Clapper, that's a good spot to put a 1-2 pitch.
Another good play from third to first.
Another 5-3 put out. Second out of the inning. Brings up number 10, Gearhart.
Had a lot of action down there at third base today. Ella Gearhart steps in. She's got a pair of base hits across the plate one time. She's going to reach for that one. She went fishing for that high pitch.
Fouled out a play to the left side.
Say the scouting report with Clapper, you see enough changeups each at bat. I think you just sit on a changeup. Not with 2 strikes, but hits the ball hard to shortstop. She's going to make the play over to first for a pretty easy inning for Clapper.
6-3 put out ends the inning. No runs, no hits.
So
no
that was
no one left on base. After 5, Falcons 3, Warriors 2.
So I could just kind of let him do the summary of what happened that inning. So we got Frontier coming up to bat in the top of the 6th inning, and we're going to see, I think, Breedlove, Runyon, and Clapper, but there is a good chance that I messed up the book. So we'll see what happens, but excited to be with you on this balmy Saturday, and we'll be back.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Welcome back to RTC TV4. This is Tim Gearhart with my partner, absolutely, Aaron Campbell. And Winamac needing to make some quick work. Hopefully Aubrey can hold this ball game close after this inning. Been pretty efficient today. I was worried after that first inning. They got a 2 spot on, and she's quieted them down a good bit. Got Jenna Breedlove, Taylor Runyon, and Cammie Clapper, the designated player, due up in this inning.
Number 2, Breedlove, back.
Breedlove struck out her first time up and hit it to the second baseman for a 4-3 her second time up.
First pitch is a strike on the outside third of the plate. Goes with some high heat there, gets her to chase, so we got an 0-2 count.
What do you want to bet she puts another one right about in that same area?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the 0-2 high heat.
And she didn't. Gave her way too much of the plate. So that's one thing, a sophomore Aubrey Gearhart. She may or may not watch this broadcast afterwards, but if she does, she can hear the message that when it's 0-2, you do not give that much of the plate on a pitch.
I think she was half right on that. She still went upstairs, but I think the one thing they might have read the scouting report on is Ella's snap throws to first. I haven't seen a whole lot of really big, aggressive leadoffs. Ella for sure is not very scared of throwing that ball back to first base, and she's been on target pretty much every time she does it too. So
good play by Katy Perry. She's going to throw the ball away at second base. Looked like she was getting ready to throw to first and then forgot that there was a lead runner and then tried to change mid-stride and threw the ball in the dirt. So on the throwing error, we're going to have runners at first and second.
And no outs.
No outs. You had to say that, didn't you? Had to remind us.
Well, we've been here before and worked our way out of it.
That's right, yeah, absolutely. Did I just say absolutely?
You said absolutely.
I absolutely
it's rubbing
did.
off on you. You absolutely said absolutely.
Yeah, I like it. Might be a bumper sticker in your future. So Cammie Clapper, the designated player in, she flew out to the catcher. I think that was that bunt. That's going to be a K.
White down swinging for the first out of the inning. Bringing up number 4, Bauer.
So Mason Bauer. I think this is where my book got a little wonky. So first pitch strike to Bauer. That's 4 first pitch strikes in a row. That's good to see.
And four strikes in a row. So keep that going.
So 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Mason Bauer, the second baseman for Frontier. She did not chase the high fastball.
1-2 count. I'd go there again.
So back-to-back strikeouts. So first 2 runners aboard, then the next 2 struck out, but we are now back at the top of the order. Hines has a walk, went out on a fielder's choice, and that's hit hard. Kaya Campbell almost makes a catch. That was a great effort by Kaya Campbell. He's going to get the ball, and we're going to not have a play at the plate. So a stand-up double for Hines.
Hines with an RBI double.
Blake did a really good job of backing up that play.
Brings up number 16, Clapper.
And obviously got a little bit of respect for her arm as I held that last runner on third.
So Clapper up. She has a strikeout, a hit, and got on an error in the 5th inning. That was a big swing. She was looking for some fence on that, and the wind died down, and
fouls that one back to the catcher. So
I think Aubrey put just a little bit extra on that one to Peyton Clapper. That ball hit hard to center field. Blake Bailey's got a beat on it, and it's a can of corn for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before Frontier gets an insurance run.
8 for the 3rd out of the inning.
So after 5 1/2, Frontier is leading 4-2. After this break, we'll be back.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
Welcome back to RTC TV4. This is Tim Gearhart with my partner Aaron Campbell as we get set for the bottom of the 6th inning. Gotta adjust the scoring here. So Frontier gets one more run to stretch their lead to 2. So coming up this inning, we have Emily Roush, Jada Collins, and Katie Perry in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th, number 5.
Emily Roush with 2 great at-bats. She walked both at-bats, scored a run her last time in the 4th. So she faces Peyton Clapper. Good base hit to center field by Emily Roush, and that's exactly how we want to start this inning.
Roush taking the first pitch of the inning, puts it in center field for a base hit. Bring up number 18, Collins.
Jada Collins, the senior right fielder for Winamac.
She's due for a good rope up the middle, too.
That's a grounder with eyes right there on the left side. Great attempt by the shortstop there. Who is that? Nanke out of short. Fully stretches out and does get a little piece of it.
Brings up number 22, Perry.
That's a good piece of hitting by Jada. She took what the pitcher gave her and went with it. And, So trouble brewing. Katie Perry steps in for Winamac. Katie unable to get the bunt down on the changeup from Clapper.
And Perry goes down.
She looks like she got a little bit of fooled on that pitch, kind of a
Up number 4, Campbell.
slowed up swing. Kaya Campbell's up to bat now. Looks at a strike on the outside third of the plate.
Campbell able to advance the runners to second, third.
Campbell advances the runners with a 1-3 put out. Brings up number 2, Bailey.
So we're back to the top of the order. Bailey with a strikeout, a walk, and a sack for an RBI. She's gonna bunt and not get aboard. I kind of like that idea. I don't think anybody would have saw a bunt coming there, and usually when she gets that bunt down, Blake's fast enough that she gets there.
I think the ball just had just enough spin on it. Kirk kind of just faded off out of foul there. Sorry, I got caught in mid-yawn. I'm not sure why I'm yawning. Pretty decent, exciting spot here.
That ball just gets behind the catcher. This is a big at bat for Blake Bailey. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Pretty tight ball game. Little duck snort ties it up. That's going to be trouble. That's going to be out of or foul ball. Good effort by the left fielder. That'll even the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning with runners at second and third. The left-handed hitting junior center fielder for Winamac, Blake Bailey. She's going to put a ball out there. That's going to score at least 1. Maybe, nope, they're going to hold Jada Collins at third. Blake Bailey's going to easily cruise into second base with a clutch RBI single to center field. Just had a feeling she was going to pull this off.
Bringing up number 16, Gearhart.
So that narrows Frontier's lead to 1. So the pitcher, left-handed sophomore Aubrey Gearhart, steps in for Winamac. He's going to swing through strike 1.
Yeah, Blake's would kind of almost become kind of a master at that kind of half slap into the shallow outfield.
Yeah. Gearhart with 2 runners in scoring position. A big at bat for her. It's her chance to help herself out. Here probably going to take just off the plate outside. Catcher setting up on the outside corner. Clapper nibbling. Clapper changes speeds.
Down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. Warriors gather 1 run on 3 hits, 2 left on base.
So Winamac gets 1 run back. So we will go into the top of the 7th inning.
This ball game, we got the fact.
After this message, we'll be right back.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
Welcome back to RTC TV4. This is Tim Gerhardt, my partner Aaron Campbell, as we have ourselves a ball game here, Aaron. This is a fun game to watch. Both teams playing well, and it's a tight matchup with a score of 4-3 in favor of Frontier. Clapper coming up big with that clutch strikeout against Aubrey. I'll probably be hearing about that later tonight.
You know, we always talk about how important fundamentals are and how this game's a game of inches, and you know, Winamac makes a couple plays, and, you know, the game's a little different a game, and then again, you know, getting down a little bit a couple times and you know, behind in the inning where we put runners on base and then battle back, you know, we don't do the right things there, and then this game's out of reach.
Absolutely, yep. That's a long fly ball. That's going to be right size, wrong shape for Casey Clapper. She hit it hard.
A very, very, very long strike.
Now that Peyton Clapper, really impressed with how well she's able to change speeds, and that's really what Aubrey got caught in. Is she has about 3 different speeds she'll throw, and Casey Clapper, she's 3 for 3 today. She's got a double and 2 singles and a couple RBIs, so she's having herself a pretty nice day.
It looks like Kaya's giving her a little bit more respect out on the field this time.
Yep. Crowd was pretty pleased with the velocity of that foul ball down the right side.
Like I said before, I watched this kid last few times she's been at bat. I mean, you know, a lot of strong, big hitters like that, you know, start getting to where they open everything up and try to do too much, and she doesn't, man. She sticks with it. She's compact in every swing, and, you know, she puts the barrel on the ball. Good things are going to happen.
You know, that wasn't too bad of a pitch there by Aubrey. 1-2 pitch. Probably caught a little bit too much of the plate, but it was a drop ball, and Casey Clapper's able to put a decent enough swing on it and put it out for her 4th hit of the ball game. So that bunt's going to be back to the pitcher. It's going to be close at first. Ball gets by Kelsey on the throw in the dirt to Aubrey. So that's going to put runners at the corners with nobody out. Looked like there's a little bit of miscommunication between who's going to throw that ball to first, and imagine Ella and Aubrey are going to have a discussion about that together after this inning. Let's see if we can keep the damage to a minimum. Wilson at the bat. She's going to hit a soft line drive. Looks like she got her out, so that's going to be a double play. Lexi Grove caught the line drive, throws it out to Kelsey. That's going to be quickly 2 outs. That's absolutely clutch. You know, you really got to love that for Alexi Grove. She's had a little bit of a tough time defensively in this game with a couple of errors, and man, she comes up big. It's like she couldn't wait for that line drive to get there because she knew exactly what she was going to do with it. So,
yeah, to have that confidence to make that throw with the runner on third when you've had a couple of missed throws on the day. There's a lot to be said about a kid who can let things go.
Absolutely, yeah. That's one of the hard things about this sport, right? So you make an error, and you got to be ready that very next pitch. We're going to get out of this inning without any runs across from the big play from Lexi Grove at shortstop. So Frontier absolutely threatened, and Winamac's last 3 outs, we have Kelsey Crawford, Lexi Grove, and Ella Gearhart. And
which absolutely sounds like Reds to me.
I like it, Aaron. We're going to be back.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
Welcome back to RTC TV4. This is Tim Gerhardt with my partner Aaron Campbell. As we have ourselves an exciting game, here we go into the bottom of the 7th inning. Winamac down by 1, and Winamac's power hitter on the team, highest batting average, Kelsey Crawford, comes in to lead them off. And Kelsey's due this game. She faced Nanke a couple times and hit the ball to third base both times, and she's due for a big hit, Aaron.
Yep. And she's put the bat on the ball, just hasn't gotten a hold of it completely.
Kelsey Crawford, a junior for Winamac, playing first base. She's gonna foul that first pitch away. You know, her dad doesn't like her swinging at that high pitch very often, but I've seen her put that high pitch way beyond the fence in the outfield too, so.
Yeah, she's several times I've seen her get out in front and hit that thing just a mile off that high pitch.
That's a good piece of hitting. Base hit to right field. So we got the leadoff runner aboard with Lexi Grove. This will be Lexi's first time facing Clapper. First pitch, ball up and outside. You know, when Kelsey's pitching, they always pinch run for her, but you got to wonder this late in the game, 7th inning, do you put a pinch runner in for her or not? Or are you worried that you're going to tie it up, or that Frontier's going to have another chance? So maybe you don't take her out. So that's a chess match move there.
Absolutely. She would definitely miss her bat in the lineup, but I feel pretty confident. We got some girls sitting over there that can
bring her in.
That could you know, cover defensively on first base.
That's going to be a base hit for Lexi Grove, a timely base hit. She's going to move Kelsey to second base and take first. So trouble brewing for the catcher. Ella Gearhart steps in.
Number 10, Gearhart.
Ella's got a couple of base hits and a ground out in this game, so she's seeing the ball well. We got the tying run at second and the go ahead at first.
Looks like Coach is going to take your advice on that one.
She's going to put a courtesy runner in there. We're going to have Sanders running for Kelsey. I think that's a smart move. Kelsey just not moving too good on her feet yet. She's still recovering from surgery. She's had a few problems with that, so I like it. Belcher wants to win this game.
Absolutely. I'm going to keep saying it. You can look at me.
I like it.
Definitely.
Certainly. Ella Gearhart takes first pitch ball. Second pitch, she's going to pop up straight behind her.
It's kind of like that song you hear on the radio, you can't get out of your head. I think I've probably said that word more times in this setting than I have collectively in years.
Ella Gearhart with a huge hit down the line. That's going to be extra bases. That's going to be a walk-off. This ball game is over. Ella Gearhart with a base-clearing double to end the game with an exciting win in the bottom of the 7th inning, where Winamac's going to take the lead 5-4. These girls are excited right now.
You know, timely hit. You can't take anything at all away from Frontier. What a heck of a ball game.
Frontier is a fantastic ball club, and got to be disappointed. Got some great ball players, great kids, classy team. They played well. I don't think Frontier had an error all day. I watched both games. Well-coached game. Holy cow, Aaron. This one was exciting, dude.
Yeah, and that ball was hit into a place where nobody could do anything about it. Just a perfect line drive that snaked back into the left field corner.
Yep, she scolded it. That was pretty awesome. Yep.
And a good pitch too. It wasn't like it was set on a tee for her or nothing like that. It was that she was been ever since they put that girl in. She Clapper, right?
Yep.
doing a great job of changing speeds and fooling people, and Elle just was able to sit back out on that pitch and just drive it.
Absolutely.
That was a beautiful piece of hitting.
So Winamac able to get that timely big hit right when it counted, and that game of inches, Frontier, there were several times where they were threatening to score and really extend that run, where we got a couple of double play balls. That ball hit, I was thinking of a key moment in this game, Aaron, when Lexi Grove made that heads-up double play.
Absolutely.
And there's nobody else on this team, if they were playing shortstop, would have made that out. One thing about Lexi is she has a cannon for an arm, and she needed every bit of that one for that throw to first base. So that was, wow, that was awesome.
The good thing too to see that out of Winamac is just getting down, not giving up. It's always fun to watch a team play whenever they have a rough first couple innings, and Doc Crawford's over here beating us up.
Hey, get Doc on the. Let's talk to.
No, come here.
Oh, hop on here. Okay. No. We're gonna do the net. Yeah, we got a break. Yep. So Doc Crawford comes over. He's pretty. Dude, that was awesome. Yep. Yep. For great game. So Winamac fans cranked up. Doc Crawford with the dual bear hug there. He's cranked up and excited and having some fun. So Winamac fans feeling really good with a walk-off double from Ella to back her sister up, who was pitching and threw a great game against Frontier. So we're gonna jump over to close this game out. I'm thinking 15-20 minutes. We'll have the conclusion of today's 3-game set, where Winamac will take on North Miami. And gosh, please join us. We're looking forward to it.